What is up, my fam bam? Ashley Elizabeth here with AHM Artistry, and welcome to day 5 of my 7 days of cruelty-free drugstore concealer series. And today we are testing out the LA Girl Pro Conceal High Definition Liquid Concealer. And the reason why I wanted to test this concealer in my series is because number one, I've actually never tried this concealer before. I know, right? Living under a rock, what is my problem? How have I never tried this little $5 sucker? Well, I'm gonna try it today, and another reason why I wanted to talk about it because they just recently had a shade extension. Yay! So lots more shades to choose from now. They even added some more correctors to the roster as well as more liquid highlights. So I'm gonna give you all the specifications of this, and then we're gonna try it on, gonna do a little wear test, and we are gonna just see how everything goes. So if that all sounds good and dandy to you guys, then you know what to do. Sit back, hang tight, and keep on watching. Before we begin, if you are new to my 7 days of cruelty-free drugstore concealer series, I will pop up the requirements right here, and maybe if you need a refresher or anything. Basically, we're testing these all using the same foundation, same brushes, everything like that. And if you haven't watched the other episodes in this series yet, go ahead and go down in the description box and you can check out everything we've done so far. Alright, so first of all, I was able to pick up this little concealer over at my local CVS. So they had a huge display full of LA Girl products. On all of them were stocked except a couple of the new concealer shades they didn't have because people would already purchase it, but they had a place for it. I first went to Ulta to get this because girlfriend likes to get her points, but Ulta only had not even the original shades. They had like maybe 10 of the original shades, maybe. It was very sorry. And then like the one shade that would have matched me if I was like, didn't want to try a new one, they were sold out of. So, you know, I was like, where's CVS? Okay, right there, let me go check it out. And then like huge, all by itself was this big old stand of LA Girl. And I was like, yes! So they had, I think, maybe not all the concealers, but a pretty good amount, a pretty good section, some of the correctors, and I believe some of the highlighters. So that was good news, and it was the same price. Let's talk about the shade range. So I'll go ahead and pop up on the screen the whole entire shade range, including the new ones. It is a pretty good shade range, especially for drugstore and especially for $5. The concealer that I think would have matched me maybe before was the lightest one that they had at the time before they did this shade extension, and that was Porcelain. But I'm not too sure. And then other than that, everything started going into the medium skin tone range, which is awesome. It looks like they have a great range of medium and dark skin tones. So that is awesome. And then on top of that, their shade extension included some more dark tones too, as well as those light shades. I actually picked up the shade Buff, and it looks like there's at least 3 shades lighter than this one. So if you are a little bit more fair than me, you should be able to find a match now, because this shade is looking like it might be pretty light. So hopefully this product performs, because that is great news. So here is the little guy. Doesn't come in a box or anything like that. Comes just like this, except with the cellophane casing that you'll peel off guy. Like I said before, this retails for $5 and definitely is available at CVS. I'm not really sure about the other drugstores. I haven't seen it in my Walgreens, but I don't know. And this also has 0.28 ounces of product, so that's a pretty big size considering the other ones that we've tried this week. Little brush tip applicator, but it's kind of like a plasticky brush. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. That's enough of that. Let's go ahead and put this right on my face. It's a little squeezy tube guy. Hopefully it's a good shade match. Let's go ahead and cover up some of this discoloration. Oh, that's a lot. Okay, that is hard to control the amount of product that goes on my face. Oh, so almost all the concealers that I've bought this week are a smidge light. That's just great. Okay. Okay, seem to go on pretty easy. Not like the most full, but pretty evenly covered. So let me go ahead and apply some foundation, and we'll put the rest of the concealer on my face. And just a reminder, I'm using the Bare Minerals Bare Pro foundation, and I'm in the shade Warm Natural number 12. If you ever want to see like what else is on my face and everything like that, I always list it down in the description box. I link products that I actually talk about, and then stuff that I'm using like this will just be listed. Okay, everywhere else now. Seemed like a little bit went a long way, so let me just, I don't like this applicator whatsoever. So streaky. Hard to tell how much Ugh, like some places are really clumpy and some are really sparse. Huh, weird with that. Good for the nose though. Okay, that should be plenty in theory. Let's see how it all spreads out. Can't tell if there's like not that good of coverage or if the shade's just too light. But okay. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. So I just had to use a beauty blender to like really blend it out because I don't know if it's like, oh yeah, oh it's matte. Oh, I'm like literally blending it and it's like almost dry. Tiny bit of stick to it, but not much setting powder will be needed with this because it seems very dry. Wow. A little bit finicky to like apply. I think I'm just not used to like an applicator like this and just like super matte like that. I got some emphasis on my pores. I can see it kind of filling in and doing that kind of spottiness. And you can see like all my freckles still. What am I doing? Let me zoom you in so you can really see everything. Okay, so you can really see still some of my hyperpigmentation there, but pimples look good. Pimples are covered, so pretty good on the redness. I mean, my eyes look brighter, however the shade is definitely too light for me, so that kind of contributes to that. I don't know if you could tell with the pores here, but they have like that, you know, little dotted look, and it looks like it's starting to net and get powdery, and I haven't even set it yet. So let me go ahead and finish off the rest of my face. We'll see how all the products apply on top of this. Hopefully everything kind of settles down and figures itself out. And then I'll really give my first impression and opinion. And don't leave yet because we have a wear test to do too. So I'll be right back. Okay, I literally need to calm down because it's not as bad as I was thinking at first. Everything came together really nicely. The pores look a lot better with everything smooth on top. The nose, it looks a little dry, so we'll see how that goes. Zoom you in. Yeah, that netting that I was starting to get over that kind of calmed down once I did my setting sprays, powder, all that jazz. I had tried to, it was getting a little bit dry right around here, so I tried to pat it and then it kind of lifted. So I didn't love that. The only problem though that I'm really seeing is my under eyes are just looking really dry. I'm getting that like gap of spacing where product won't go into or moved away from, I should say. So we'll really check the under eyes in 8 hours and see how it's wearing. Enough about this. Let's see how it actually wore after 8 hours because that's what we're all real curious about, right? All right, 8 hours just flies by like that, right? Not really, it's like midnight here. Got off to a late start today. So how am I feeling about it? You're wondering. Well, I'm thinking it's pretty similar to that Wet n Wild Photo Focus one that we did a couple days ago. Yeah, kind of similar because over here is looking real good, you know? Lots of coverage over there. My pimples have kind of like shrunken up now, so can't really judge it on that as much, but it's not super pink. This is a new guy, and he's only slightly covered, so maybe not great. The nose does not look good though, I'll tell you. I don't know if you see that, those like lines of separation right there and the kind of like spackling look. That slight netting on the upper lip. A little bit dry around the nose, like the creases of the nose. My biggest complaint really is the like, let's call them pore freckles. I have pore freckles of like foundation that have dotted all around. This side is like the worst, so that's not great. Under eyes aren't the worst of the concealers we've done so far. They're not terrible, but if you look really closely, you'll see a little tiny streak of creasing. Yeah, right in there. Pretty look, right? So this lash needs to come off. Oh my gosh. I think the concealer did last longer than my lashes, so that's good. P.S. if you guys wanted to see this eye tutorial done, you can go check out my Instagram. I posted it today. I used the Jeffree Star Blood Sugar palette, but that's besides the point. I don't like the applicator of it. I think that's what's hard for me to get past. It's like a plastic sponge tip, so it's not enjoyable to use, and you had to use a lot, but yet it dried kind of quickly, so So overall, what do I think of this concealer? I think it's fine. I can see why some people might like it. Not great for these dry skin gals. You know, I'm thinking a lot of people with oily skin like this one. I'm thinking that might be what the case may be. Look at the nose though. This is the worst on my nose, like the worst of all the concealers. A lot of these concealers I've noticed, and you've probably noticed too, some have pros and some have cons. Like only one of them so far has been knocked out of the park all around. All the other ones have been like, it looks good under the eyes, it doesn't look good under the eyes, and it looks good on the pimples, but this one doesn't look good on pimples, and so trying to find that all around love of my life concealer over here. So we'll have to stay tuned till tomorrow. We have 2 more days of concealers to try. So how do you feel about that? All right, my love bugs, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in for day 5 of our 7 days of cruelty-free drugstore concealer series. And I'm having so much fun testing all these out for you guys. I can't wait to play with these concealers even more and like test out with different foundations, different techniques, and like really getting into the nitty gritty and see how they are actually doing. Because I know a lot of these concealers are like already people's favorites, or they've been favorites and they're just a shade extension. So I want to get to the bottom of why people like these, and if I can make it work for my skin, you know what I mean? So make sure you are subscribed and that bell is tapped. That way you get notified when I post new videos, which outside of this series is 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I will be doing an updated video on these concealers in about a month after I've given them a really good test. Thank you all so much for watching today, and I hope every single one of you out there have a great, freaking awesome, wonderful, happy, lovely, beautiful, blah, 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 day.